Good morning. Just put my chime down. And welcome to this talk about how to reinvent yourself. It follows on really from last week's video, which was all about how to achieve your dreams through visualization. And that is, as I said then, a really powerful way of achieving your dreams, but it also requires action. So today I'm going to talk a little bit more about the action side of things, because if you want to reinvent yourself, then you do need to take action. And it is actually quite easy to do. So the first thing that you need to do to reinvent yourself, in whatever way that might be, is to get rid of everything that's associated with your old life. So when I left law, I took great delight in getting rid of all my suits that I'd been wearing, all the formal gear that I had to wear for work. I either sent it to charity or sold the better ones. And then I got rid of all of the documents that had to do with that life. I again took great delight in shredding them. It's incredibly therapeutic. And I don't think I had really thought at the time that that was what was required in order to create my new life. I just had this inner kind of knowing that I really needed to get rid of all that stuff. I just really wanted to leave that life behind. And as I say, it was incredibly therapeutic, really cathartic, and it enabled me then to step into my new life, my new way of being, because I was getting rid of all of the energy that was associated with that old life. And you can do that too in whatever way is right for the way in which you would like to reinvent yourself, because yours might not be in terms of a new career, it might be in terms of wanting to get fitter, it might be in terms of wanting to be more self-confident, but it is whatever in whatever way you want to reinvent yourself, it's all about getting rid of what is associated or was associated with the old you before you can step into the new you. So that's a really important thing to do. So have a look around your house, have a look at what you've got that doesn't really fit with the new you. So easy example, if you are somebody who wants to get fitter, then you might decide that you want to eat more healthily. So what you need to do is go into your cupboards and get rid of all that junk, all the biscuits, the cakes, the crisps, or at least put them somewhere where, if you're living with other people who are going to be eating that stuff, then make sure it's, they can have it accessible to them, but you maybe have your own cupboard where you have all of your healthy, nutritional stuff. It's taking those small steps towards the new person that you want to be, because it is about that quote, be the change you want to see in the world. I looked that up actually this morning before I came on live, because I thought it was something, or I believed it was something Gandhi had said. Came across an article that said he didn't actually see it, but I think it's a paraphrase of a longer speech that he made. But it is all about being the change that you want to see in yourself. It's about becoming that person by all the little things that make up to that new person. It's not going to happen overnight, but you can work towards it. And in order to do that, you first have to picture the person that you want to be. Obviously, last week we talked about visualization. It is about that, but it's also about just knowing who you want to be, who that person is. So how do you look in your new you, your new self? How does your home, your surroundings look? How are you going to be feeling when you are this new you? What sort of people do you mix with? What do you want to talk about, and how do you talk? If you want to be a new self-confident person, then you're not going to spend all your time talking yourself down or moaning about things that aren't right in your life. You're going to be positive and confident. Even down to the little things like, what products do you use? I remember when I read one of Denise Duffield Thomas's books, it was talking about becoming the person that you want to be by maybe changing just one thing. And can't remember, I'm paraphrasing this now because it's a long time ago that I read that book. Her books are brilliant. But it was about just changing one little thing. So if you don't have a lot of money, but you are aspiring to be wealthy, then switch up one little thing that's a bit more of a quality expensive product. So in my case, I picked skincare. So instead of going for, you know, the cheapest supermarket brand of skincare, I thought, no, I'm going to up my game. And that's when I changed to Tropic products and then became a Tropic ambassador. It led on to a whole new way of being. I still use the Tropic products today, even though I'm not a Tropic ambassador, because for me that was part of stepping into the new me. You can pick whatever, you know, it doesn't have to be that. You know, I think another one she suggested was, instead of having old tatty underwear, treat yourself to some new really nice underwear. But it's, you see the point, it's all about stepping into what will be that new version of you. And then thinking about what food you eat and just how you are generally, and mixing with, as I said, mixing with the people that you would want to mix with in that new version of yourself. And going back to the thing about, if you want to be more self-confident, then you need to get out of your comfort zone and just try little steps towards being more self-confident. So you're not going to overnight get up on a stage and talk to a room full of people, or at least that's pretty unlikely. But you could start by going to a small networking group and speaking up. You don't have to say a lot, but if you're the sort of person who has always held back and not wanted to speak up, then that is a huge step towards being that person that you want to be. So have a think about the new person that you want to be, and then really spend some time thinking and getting clear on how that new person would act. Maybe look at people who are already, the people you admire who are already being the sort of person that you want to be. And then you can emulate the bits that you like about their lives as they appear to you, and start to bring those into your life. And you can write it all down. You know, you can write down, who are the people that I want to mix with, you know, where do I want to go on holiday? What do I want to eat? Who do I want to mix with? What do I want to talk about? All of those questions that I just asked, you can write down your answers, because then you've got your sort of template, as it were, of the person that you want to become, and then you can start taking steps towards it. And, you know, and then when you slip back into an old way of being, maybe an old habit, you can notice that you're doing that, and that's when you can think, no, that's not me anymore. I'm going to change to doing whatever it is you want to do, and being whoever it is you want to be. And you will get there. You can create a vision board of your new person. I did it actually with, at the start of this year, I decided that, going back to clothes again, I wanted to start wearing more dresses, because I was getting fed up of just sitting around in t-shirts and jogging bottoms the whole time. And so I cut out a couple of nice pictures of people, ladies in dresses that I like the look of. And actually I have started to dress a bit more like that. Not always, as you can see this morning, I'm in a hoodie. But, you know, it is small steps, and it's not always appropriate to be wearing those clothes. But for me, that was a big part of stepping into a slightly different version of me. So there are lots of things you can do, but I'd say just go for it. You know, if you want to be a different version of you, and you'll still be you at your core. I'm not talking about wiping the slate and not being you, because I talk a lot about being authentic. But if you have that yearning to be a little different from how you are now, that's probably because there's an element of you that's not being authentically you at the moment, because we do change as we go through life. So just go for it. Go for it and see where you get to. It's great fun along that journey. So thanks as always for watching, and I will be back here again next week, hopefully Tuesday morning, but as always I'll post the day before. Meanwhile, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.